Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 5 of FTB NeoTech, and we're just going to jump right into some modern industrialization right now. We do have the ability to work on getting our steam blast furnace set up here real fast as well. So we're going to copy this design here. So, well, I don't even know if we're going to be able to fully copy it because I don't think it tells us what these three are, because I think they all look the exact same. So we may just be able to kind of guess and just put where we need them. So right here, I guess. And is that 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, potentially? And I'm going to put the steam, like the steam's going to come from down here, so we might as well try and see if we can actually put a fluid input hatch down here. Fluid input hatch here. Auto pull. And then we could do that. We'll see if that'll give us the ability to do this. I'm honestly not sure. That's the one thing is, we're going to be experimenting a lot with modern industrialization just to see if we can get it going properly. And then item input, item output. So for input, I would think we just want to kind of do it like this. Input, output. That sounds fine to me. Let's make sure this is the correct direction and everything. Okay. So item auto pull, item auto eject. Okay. So we can just do that. Oh, so these actually already have it enabled. Okay, perfect. And then steam blast furnace. Oop, did I not have enough blocks? Shape invalid. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What does it mean, shape invalid? Did I go up too high? Shape invalid. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Do we have a guidebook for modern industrialization? I thought so. Yeah, right here, actually. MI guidebook. Let me go grab one of these. Alrighty, so real quick, we're gonna try this one more time. So fluid input hatch, we're gonna set that right there. We are going to then set a layer of bricks. We are then going to do steam blast furnace controller, item input, item output. Actually, I might try. Can I do that? And it looks like I have to place that on the very bottom, doesn't it? It's kind of what it's giving with that whole green border, right? So let's try that again. Yeah, so that's invalid. So it has to be at the very, very bottom. Okay, that's good to know. So I could technically place that in the middle then. It's just I had him up too high. Okay. And one more layer. And that is complete. Okay, perfect. So now what we can do is get this to be turned on. So let's get this smacked. Oh, I need to smack it here. I forgot I had to move it just like literally 2 seconds ago. Okay. So then that should be getting steam. The next thing that we'd want to do here, let's actually do one thing. I actually want to put these on the same front, like on the same side here. So item input, output, brick. And then item input, item output. And then I don't have another chest. Also, real quick, before I forget, let me get this alloy kiln out of my inventory. And I will go grab the chest real fast. Alrighty, so I've got some more uncooked steel dust. I think I have some back in the base as well because I got it as a quest reward. But it's just coke dust, which is cooked in a macerator that gives us coke dust. Then, of course, iron ingots inside of a macerator gives us iron dust. So we can then throw this uncooked steel dust into a chest here. Let me just plop both of these down. And this should be able to just take it, do its process, and then output into this chest here. So this, of course, is going to be pretty decently quick on speed. One thing that I do know is we're going to need quite a bit of steel coming up anyway. So I'm going to try and conceptualize trying to get steel, but not that way. I want to grab a couple of these guys down here and see if we could potentially get some more steel trades. I know we can't auto trade them, but getting steel gears and stuff from these guys is probably going to be a good option. Let's go to the Nether. Let me go sleep real quick, grab the obsidian, flint, and steel, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've got a Nether portal here. Let's just light this. Let's go inside and let's see what happens. Because I don't know if the Nether has been changed by the data pack or anything. Or if it's just been completely disabled. Has the Nether been disabled? Oh. I think it just took a second. Okay. I was about to check and see if it's been disabled, because honestly, I wouldn't have known. That was interesting. Be right back. Nope, never mind. We are in a terrible spot, though. Yes, we are. Okay, I've got some blocks, not a whole lot. So we do have the Enderman overhaul and a very loud portal that we're just going to mute and then kind of just decrease the volume. And then I want to set a waypoint. Okay. So let's see here. So what I'm looking for is actually blazes. I want a couple blaze rods to convert some villagers. But I don't think this would be a bad idea either. Do we get quartz from this or just quartz ore? Okay. So it doesn't matter what we break that with. So I do see that we have a nether fortress down here. Kind of some bastion over here. So if we go... What direction is that? South? We should hit that nether fortress. I'm trying to see the... Do I just need to go up? Is this a walkway and not like a little room? Okay. Perfect. And then we're just going this way. Go see what we can see. Kind of explore a little bit. A diamond. Iron horse armor. Okay. Let's give this guy a good chopping. Also, this axe, by the way, has sharpness 5 on it now. I added that little bit of defense. Are wither skeletons broken? Yeah, the wither skeleton texture is broken. I don't know if you guys could see that well because he was kind of a distance. But his texture was just a little bit off. Okay, Fresh Animations is doing its work. So we've got more iron horse armor. I'm not going to take that this time. Couple diamonds, a piece of gold. Some gold horse armor and a saddle. Let's like collect them all here. And I do have 2 gold backpacks on us, including my gold backpack. So 3 in total here, which is fantastic. Alright, what do we got down here? We're just gonna go down. Okay. Not seeing any blazes. Not seeing any blazes. Alright, let me search this a little bit more. If I find anything interesting, I will come back. But I'm just looking for blazes, nothing really else. If I find any good loot, of course, I will talk about it when I get back. Okay, quickly, close-up of the wither skeletons as they come after me. See how broken they look? Like, you can tell the fresh animation still applies. It's just they're still broken. Okay. I just got 3 of those guys at once. That was kind of crazy. Alright, broken as can be. So I just realized something. This mod is usually paired with create. And we actually don't have create in here, so the door doesn't actually function. That door usually has mechanisms to allow for it to open, but since we don't have create in this pack, this door is actually closed permanently. Like, you cannot open it, unless, of course, you tore it down. That's just something I wanted to just observe, because there was like a crank system and everything, to where you could hand crank the door open and closed. Just a interesting observation I didn't even think about until I got to this door. So just keep that in mind. No create, which kind of makes this a different experience because you have less interactivity throughout this entire thing. Ooh, I also need this because I need potions of weakness. So that's one of the reasons we're gonna need blaze powder and blaze rods, by the way, is to get that all that goodness where we get blazes to turn into blaze rods, and then get blaze rods to put all in our brewing stand. That fun stuff. Okay, interesting loot. Diamond reinforced hammer does a 5x5x1. The one we currently have does a 5x5x3. That's pretty cool. We'll definitely pick that up. We also got a bronze rod. I thought that was a blaze rod. I kind of am sad now. I thought that was a blaze rod. Oh, shimmity Christmas. Now we got wither skeletons jump scaring me. That's fantastic. Just gonna try and loot all this. Ooh, we got some ferrocore ore. And some blast protection 2 magma blocks. Or magma block, I should say. Okay. A whole bunch of free barrels. Once I loot these, I'll just destroy them. Okay. Nothing interesting in there. Nothing in these. Whole bunch of goodies. Blast protection 3. I'm just gonna leave that. It takes up so much space to have these random blocks with, like, blast protection. Analog circuit board. Analog circuit, electronic circuit board, redstone control module. And a pipe configuration card. Okay. We'll take that. I don't really want the storage crate right now. Because I don't even think I can store these in a backpack. Yeah, so they're just going to take up space. Okay. Some upgrades. Curse of Vanishing Chest. Don't really care for it. Okay. And I will be back once I am done here. But shouldn't take me too long. I accidentally threw my arrow in my backpack. And let me be off. Alrighty, so we've got 2 converters here. They aren't too expensive. I got some weakness potions, got a couple golden apples. And we're going to just plop these guys down over here for now. And what I'm going to do is I believe I have one of these guys. Yeah, this guy right here. He's got steel. And we're just going to take him over here. We're going to put this in there, and this in there. And that'll start his conversion. I think it'll still take quite a while. So I'm actually going to get the next guy here. One of these guys probably still has steel. This guy. He also has bronze, which is a good thing. And we're just going to kind of convert these guys. And once they're done, we will then be able to get cheaper steel. And then I might look at steel plates even. Because, of course, these are pretty decent deal. Steel upgrades as well. I don't know how many times we can really convert these guys. But if we can get it down far enough, it would be very, very useful. So I'm going to do this for a little bit. And we'll come back. And hopefully we'll have pretty decent converted villagers that will be super, super useful. Alrighty, so I did some conversions, and for the most part, doing it once seemed to be the most effective because we got everything down to 1 besides motors and analog circuits. This one, of course, the steel upgrades only went down to 14, and then it went from 2 for 2 motors and then 6 for 1 analog circuit. I ran these guys through 3 times and nothing happened. Did the same thing with fletching villagers. The lowest they got was 25. Did them a couple times, nothing too insane. I might try and run them through once I have more resources. But right now, we're actually going to go run the mixer over in the MI building here real fast. And we should be golden to kind of just get this episode wrapped up. So let's get a bucket of water in here. 4 clay balls, 2 sugar, 2 rotten flesh, and a piece of dirt, which will give us Primo Gel. Primo Gel. And this is actually going to get us ferrite core ingots. And we're going to kind of show how to do this. So we're going to kind of show how to get these ferrite ingots pretty quickly here. And there may be some changes made, of course, because I think there may be like a macerator recipe or something now, but we do need blocks of iron. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set this here. So we're going to do this, and this. So you can see that there is little transmutation of the actual block. So what the gel is doing is it's basically going to consume the entirety of the block and then convert it over into ferrite core crystals, I believe, or ferrite core. What is it called? It's going to convert it into this right here, raw ferrite core ore. Kind of looks like a crystal stack in a sense. And then with that, we should get. It looks like we may just get raw ferrocore, and then from there we can do ferrocore ingots. Okay. And so what I want to try and get is towards a couple things, actually. I'm not even 100% sure fully what I need anymore, because there's a lot of different steps, because the ferrite core ore, or the ferrite core ingot, this thing, ferrocore, not ferrite, I keep saying ferrite, is a basic ingredient in a lot of different pieces of equipment, not just in the Just Dire things, but it looks like in actually additions, it looks like in chickens, and I'm pretty sure the cold generator, which is something that I'm kind of thinking of looking towards, requires that, because you need to get reinforced stone, which is compressed iron ingots plus stone, and these come from a steel compressor when you compress ferrocore ingots. So that would be a good way to get a cold generator, and then we could look at getting the metal press from immersive engineering to then get easier sheets and gears and metal press rods there. But this does require RF, so we may run into issues. But this did just turn into raw ferrocore ore, and I'm actually going to take the hammer, shift click, because I don't think these actually take fortune. But we're just going to do it anyway. Just in case. Perfect. And then we can set more iron down. This Primo Gel goo does not dissipate. So we can keep adding iron blocks around that to keep getting ferrocore. Of course, this is not going to be hard to automate once we get up closer to the point of automating this. But by the time we have that, we should have the other tiers of goo. And those other tiers do everything below it plus a new one. So that is a good thing. So if we look up goo, we'd probably want to get up to Shadow Pulse goo, which of course is going to take some time. Looks like it requires upgrades in the electric mixer. So it looks like this is the only one you can make in the steel or bronze mixer, and then every other one requires the electric mixer. So we're going to have to get up there, and that'll be a good thing. So we're going to wrap this one up here. There's quite a few things that I do want to look at. I think the cold generator would be a good option, because it's not really that expensive. We could basically get this as of current. We would just need to process the ferrocore to get, the compressed iron ingot and a steel compressor, which we of course have now. And that would basically give us a cold generator. So it'd be able to use the immersive engineering metal press, gear press, rod press, sheet press thing. And I think that would add a little bit more, because we don't have to do as many steps. Because I think with rods in particular, you need to go through several different stages, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. So this is a cutting machine, and that gives you rods. Okay, which one was I thinking? There's one of these that gives you a couple more issues, but looks like we would just be able to do a metal press rod, which is just steel plates. So that wouldn't be terrible, but things to look at in the future, because I'm not 100% sure if that's a good idea or if we should just keep on MI or whatnot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.